Nose down, nice and easy, and oh no, that's never good. Let's see if we can level this out. I think we can get this back under control. And there you go, we've got it, and yes, we are out of there. There you go, that went 100% to plan. In your face. Greetings, Spexxy invaders, and welcome back to Trailmakers. Now, this is a little bit of a break from the expedition modes. As you may have seen in previous videos, I was working through the expedition. There will be one more of those videos to come. I've finished the expedition mode, so I just need to edit that and get that out. That will be out very shortly. But this is a sandbox episode. I wanted to take a look at one thing, and one thing only, and that is helicopters. Yes, that is a helicopter, believe it or not. Now, you may remember this. What the... It wasn't supposed to be this way! Yep, it's fair to say I didn't have a lot of luck with helicopters in the past, but I think I've got this down now, and this is the very simplest helicopter you can possibly build, so let me quickly show you how it's done. So it only uses one cockpit, 2 servo engines, and 4 rotor blades. Now each of these servo engines is facing the opposite direction. So basically, one of these will go round one way and one will go round the other, but all the blades are facing upwards, and that is essential if you want a helicopter to take off. The blades must all be facing in the right direction. Okay, so first things first then, each of these servos is set to a setting only of 1, and trust me, with such a lightweight vehicle, this will actually take off. Each of these is also placed at the furthest back here and the furthest forward here. Looks a bit strange, but to give you a little bit extra balance, you can put them directly on the top and the bottom. It will still work, but you kind of have to fight it a little bit more when you fly it. And that is basically it. So if I put this down like so and jump in, pressing the 1 key, which is what I've set it for, will take off, and it's very, very graceful, as you can see, only on a speed setting of 1. And it will fly. Now the AWSD keys will enable me to turn this thing around, and I can basically just fly this about like so. Now if I was to turn that off and just put the rotor speeds up a little bit, it should then mean that I'll go higher into the air. So let's just try doing that by 1. It's so light that it won't take a lot. So let's make that a 2 and make that a 2 as well. Oh, where are you? There you go. And then jump in again, and we'll try it this time. It should be a bit faster. Whoa, definitely a bit faster. Let's just... oh, no. Wasn't supposed to happen. Come on, jump out. There we go. Okay, let's get back in him and put that right. Let's flip it around. Whoa, no, not in the water. Okay, then here we are, respawned in servo settings on 2. Let's press the 1 key and we are up. A lot faster this time, as you can see. AWSD can control this no problem like before. And yeah, this thing kind of flies around. Now, it's not much like a helicopter, but it shows you the basic premise of how helicopter servos and rotors work within the game. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. Now let me just show you then what I came up with next. Okay, so this is what I'm calling the Whirligig, and this is based on the same principle as the last one with the rotors at the top and the bottom, but this time, as you can see, I have 4 cockpits on this thing. Now you can get 4 players into this, but 4 people will be able to control it, as every single seat will enable you to control the settings on any aircraft or vehicle that you build. So it could be fun. I've not tried it, but I'm guessing it will be a little bit chaotic. Now it also has guns, so you can actually fire in this thing, and it flies from any of these seats, and whichever one you get in, that is how you'll fly it from, so that direction. So let's just jump in this one, and our pitch and yaw will work in comparison to where we are sitting. So again, the 1 key should take us up very, very slowly, as you see. That's because of the weight of the guns. I've had to actually play around with this a little bit to get this to actually fly at all. But there you go, it works. It's very graceful again. If I press the space bar, we get shots fired off, so you can defend yourself a little bit. But you can fly this thing around, and I can prove that. Maybe I can get through here. Can I get through the tunnel? Come on. Can you do it? Can you do it? And yeah, I think we got this. No problem. Very slow and very easy. But we are through that tunnel. Okay then, yet again, not much like a real helicopter, of course, but it got me an idea for the feeling of the physics of the helicopter parts within Trailmakers, and that's all I really wanted. So I was kind of just building up a little bit, trying to get towards a proper style helicopter. So let me then show you what I eventually came up with. And here she is. Isn't she a beauty? This is a Norwegian Blue, or the Blue Parrot, if you like. She has guns. There you go. And she's more like a traditional helicopter in style with that tail on the back. Don't ask what those little things are on the back there that just wiggle around. They're just for weights, and they do an awesome job. I use those a lot in my helicopter builds because they're a good way of actually distributing the weight on a craft. But yeah, pretty damn awesome. This thing looks a lot more like a traditional helicopter, as I said, but with the rotor underneath, and there's not much I can do about that. It's probably about the smallest traditional style helicopter I could probably make. Yeah, pretty awesome, but very, very slow. Let's see if I can bring this down to land. Let's see if I can do that. I'm sure I can. And then let's see if we can actually speed this thing up a little bit. And I think we can do that if we just put some thrusters maybe on the back. Let's just land this, and oh, perfect landing. That is awesome. Let's bring that up in the air then and get ourselves some Dragon Engine thrusters. Where can I put those? Maybe on the back. Let's turn that there. Put that maybe on the side here. There we go. And then get that again and copy that out and spin it around on that side. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually going to be too powerful or not, but we're going to give it a go anyway. Let's colour this in blue. Sorry, no, that orange, that blue. And wrong orange. There we go. And this one in blue. There we are. We have ourselves a couple of thrusters on the back that should work on the spacebar. What are the keys set for the guns here? Let's just check that. I don't want to be firing at the same time. No, they're on E. That's cool. Okay, so let's get in. Oh, stop it. Build it. There we go. That's better. And let's go again. Now we take off reasonably well. And this time spacebar gives us some thrust, and we have a faster, much faster vehicle. Let's see if we go underneath here. Oh, our pitch and our yaw is a little bit hard to control. It's not as nice and responsive as you'd like. I'm not sure if there's a way around that. I think we could probably do something about it, but yeah, it's pretty cool nonetheless. Works reasonably well. Flies okay now. A little bit faster now that we've added the extra thruster to it. And I think we need to get into this one. Let's see. Can we get under there with that manoeuvrable? And we are through as well. Wonder about the tube. I've not tried that in this thing. I'm not sure if it's even possible. If you can pull it fast enough. Let's give it a go. Let's go down the tube here. Thrust it in. Pull it. Ouch. My helicopter is no more. It is deceased. It's an ex-helicopter. Okay then, if we're going to do the death drop, we're going to need something a little bit more manoeuvrable. And I have just the thing here with this little copter. I'm calling the Black Sparrow. And this has thrusters on the front and the back when you pitch and yaw, which helps you. So actually that might help me get down that tube. Now I don't have any thrusters pushing me forward. Oh, actually I'm raising very, very high here. I have to get back down there. I'm not even sure if I can get back down there. Come on, I'll probably need to turn the rotors off. This thing is faster than the other one as standard that doesn't have any thrusters to push it forward. So this could be an issue, but let's see if I can just turn this thing around. Might be able to do this. It's going to be awkward. Oh, very. I'm not sure how I'm going to get down there without anything to push me forward. I'm going to struggle. I'm kind of getting towards it. And we are in. What the hell? Oh, how am I even doing this? And we crashed. And we're down. And we're out. It's an epic fail. I guess that is a no. Oh, we're out. We kind of made it. If I jump out of him for a second. Yeah. He's a bit worse for wear. But again, a nice idea for a helicopter. Just a little bit tiny. I wanted to make something proper. Something big. Something epic. Something like a proper style helicopter. Okay, so here is my first attempt at a proper full-size helicopter, not one of those mini little gyrocopter things. Now this, as you can see, has the servo engines at the top here, and the rotors, two sets here rather than one underneath, and these little rails underneath to land on. We also still have the guns. We've got little thrusters on the side here, which you'll see when I fly it, help me with the steering. I've got a gimbal jet on the back there, one on the front there that help me with my flying, one underneath there as well. Now you can pitch and yaw using these gimbal jets. They're actually set to work on. That's the Alpha 1. That's actually working to keep me steady. This one works on the up arrow, and this one works on the down arrow to help with my pitch and yaw. Yeah, all works reasonably well. Now you see these two rotors set up here. These are now set up the same way round. So in this respect, you have to have one of these at a plus speed and the other one at the opposite minus speed. So 6.5 minus and 6.5, and they all should work the same as having one upside down just by having a minus speed. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. I've got the tail fin and the tail wings on this one, and this long back tail. Yeah, all looks pretty cool, more like a real traditional helicopter. Let's drop it off then and get in it and give it a go. So this is the Orange Osprey. As you notice, they're all named after birds, and there are a lot more to come still. But yeah, let's try this one out. So pressing the 1 key, we'll get this thing off the floor. And very, very, very gently off the floor. You can actually bring this down quite easy by only having it on the 1 key. So yeah, it will come back down to the ground very, very slowly. So landing it is a possible thing with this one. Now using the up and down arrows, I can actually get a little bit more height. If I use both at the same time, it will lift me way up in the air. Oh, not too much. If it's going to spin me, it's going to spin me. Okay, there we go. Okay, using those will give me a little bit more height, as I said. And then I can just tilt this with the AWSD or tilt it with the up and down arrow to actually turn this thing. Now turning it left and right, the A and the D key, the little thrusters at the side you will see aid me with the steering. So that all works again pretty well. And yeah, the thing flies quite like a proper helicopter. Now, much like I did with the Whirligig, with each of these full-size helicopters, I am going to do the tube test. We're going to get it through there if we can, and if we fail, then obviously it shows that this thing isn't as good as I thought it was. But let's see if we can actually get through this and how manoeuvrable these copters are. Now, there's a few more still to come, and each of them are going to try at least this test, just to see if it is possible. Now, with the speed of this and the manoeuvrability, and just how gentle it is, shouldn't be an issue getting through here at all. As you see, very, very easy to fly, and it's straight through there. It's actually remarkable how much like a proper copter this thing actually feels like. It's awesome. Okay, so that passed the test, but again, not as impressive as I'd liked it to be. I wanted something a little bit bigger, a little bit faster maybe, so I moved on to the next model. Meet the Grey Hawk. This aesthetically is not much different to the last one. It does, however, have the addition of thrust here on the back to get it that little bit faster, and here is the tube. So let's try the tube test while we're here. At this angle we can't really fail it, surely. We're going, oh, get through there. Yep, never touched it, easy, and we are through. Okay, so we managed the tube, but what about the death drop? Can this thing actually go in there and out the bottom? And I've got a good feeling about this because it comes down naturally when I don't actually use anything. So I think if we just hover ourselves down here, we might actually be able to do this. We just need to back away from the wall and just go down. Let's go, gently, gently does it. We can do this. We're on our way. We are going. It's not the fastest, I'll give you that. Through. And we are out and up. Yes, we did it. Not the fastest, but we did it. Negotiated the death drop with a full-size helicopter. Pretty damn awesome. But what about if you wanted to take your friends with you? How would you do that? Well, the answer to that question is quite simple. Meet Brown Owl. Yes, this is pretty awesome. She can hold 3 people at once, the pilot and 2 passengers. She works pretty much the same as the others, looks very similar. Different style tail fins there going on, little tail wings. But she works reasonably well, the same as before. Very manoeuvrable. Use the arrow keys as well as the AWSD to pitch and yaw. And yeah, off she goes. Now I reckon I can take this through that mountain. This is probably a little bit big, but instead of going through the tubes, if we can get through here, we can do the tube, surely. Let's see if we can actually get through this mountain and out safely to the other side. Now, this could be a struggle. The rotors are reasonably large, but oh, we are through. Yep, negotiated that, no issue. Now, there's one more side to this mountain over here. I'm wondering if I can get through that one. It's a little bit tighter on the other side, if I remember rightly. Let's see if we can turn this thing around. Yep, very manoeuvrable. Let's go. And then over this way. I think we got this. I think this is capable of doing it easily. Easy. This is going to be easy, guys. We are through. It's so easy to fly, easy to navigate. Yeah, awesome. That is an awesome, awesome fly. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do the tube anyway, just because I can. Now, no thrust on this. It just flies with the weight alone and the rotors, and that's enough to power this thing. So it is awesome. You don't need to fight it down with thrusters. It just flies naturally, and again, through the tube, no problem at all. Pass the tube test. Yep, We did it, guys. No worries. Okay, and now for something a whole more streetwise here, with its neon strips underneath, its gold accessory, very bling looking. This is the White Eagle. Again, flies in a similar way with the AWSD keys and the arrow key combination to help with the pitch and the yaw. It has thrusters on it to push it down. It even has a smoke trail there. All pretty epic. Flies awesomely. Let's see if I can turn this thing around to try the tube test. Now I'm way up high here. It's going to take some to get me down. I'm going to have to use my thrust to help me push down. Let's see if I can get round that corner and through that tube. Now I'm at a complete wrong angle for this. Let's see if I can turn ourselves around here. Can I? Let's go. And dip it. Let's go. If I can do this, this is going to be pretty epic. Let's get through there. Thrusters on. And we are safely through the tube. She passes with flying colours. Now I only have one more helicopter to show you today. And here she is, guys, finally, my magnum opus. This is my pink Peregrine, Falcon. Yes, she is pretty awesome. I made her pink so she'd be less intimidating. She has the little pirate flags on the back there. Also, she has sirens on there and flashing lights, a boombox on the front, all of the extra parts that you found in the expedition. Awesome looking thing. How does she fly though? Well, let's find out. She's got thrusters galore, so I think you can imagine this is very, very fast. Let's just jump in and see how fast she is. So the one key, again, will lift us off the floor. There we go, nice and steady. And we can turn this thing around. Now, before we start using any thrust, let me just show you straight off what different things this has to the other ones. Now, because of the weight of this, I'm having to use the dragon thrusters on the sides there to help with the turning. So I roll slightly with the arrow keys left and right. And the pitch and the yaw are done with the gimbal jets again as before. Now the thrust gives us a little bit more power, as you see, a little bit more power. This thing is super fast, yeah, but very maneuverable because of the use of those gimbals and extra dragon thrusters helping me with the turning. Now to show how maneuverable this is, let's just go right through this mountain from a distance here, and I don't have time to slow down. Just go, and oh no, maybe not. Oh, dive it. No, oh, we're out. And we're off. Let's probably come at that from a different angle. Oh, have I lost something? I've lost something. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe one of my rotors is down because I'm now wobbling slightly. I think I've still got this. Let's go. Let's go down fast. Let's turn it around and see if we can go through that mountain. That's what I wanted to do. We're going to do it. I'm determined to do it. Let's go through this mountain now. Level ourselves off. Down, through, and in. Speed, please. And we are through. Yes, no problem. Okay, so we now only have the tube to do. The tube test will prove it all. Let's see if we can turn this thing around from up there. At this speed, this could all go horribly wrong. We're on a decent approach here. And we are in, and we are down. Pink Peregrine down. Let's try that one more time. Okay, up. At speed. There's no point doing this if you're not going to do it fast. So let's just turn it around. We go through that tube at high speed. This time I feel good about it. This time I don't feel good about it. What the hell happened there? Okay, third time will be a charm, I am sure. The tube is directly below us here. Just need to go over this way. Whoa, steady on, over this way. Let's get a nice approach and do this at full speed. Because what would I be trying to pull if I didn't show you what this thing is capable of? She is built for speed. She needs to perform at speed. And I need to prove to you that she's capable of doing just that. So let's prove that just now by going through this tube at full throttle. Let's get it on. We've got the angle here. The approach is good. Let's go through it. Here we go, and we are through clean. It is done. Woohoo! Oh yeah! Okay then, we're going to approach this tube. We're going to go in for the top and out for the bottom. I'm sure we can do this if we try our hardest. So let's go in here, nose down, nice and easy. And oh no, that's never good. Let's see if we can level this out. I think we can get this back under control. And there you go, we've got it. And yes, we are out of there. There you go. That went 100% to plan. In your face. Death drop. Anyone? Now I can't do this at full speed, clearly. But let's see if this can actually be done in this helicopter. I'm not sure we can do it. And yes, I did it with just a small clip on the side. Didn't take anything even off me. Yep, awesome. This thing is awesome. And that is the biggest helicopter that I've built so far. Tell me if you like it in the comment section below, or any of the other builds in this video. It has been awesome making these and flying these around. This is an absolutely fantastic game. Flashbulb Games have done awesome with this. And yeah, I'm loving Trailmakers at the moment. I hope you guys are too. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and all the helicopters in it. Tell me which one was your favourite. And I'd like to build more things, and I'd like your ideas to what you'd like me to have a go at building. So please put in the comment section below what you'd like to see me build. But if you enjoyed this episode, as always, why not spank the hell out of that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe for more great content. And until the next one, see you soon. And bye for now.